Thank you so much for joining us on this first episode of something we're calling Family Altar, a series of weekly 5-minute video teachings to help equip you to make your home the most Christ-filled environment that it possibly can be. We love the concept of Family Altar, A-L-T-A-R. In fact, and that's how you normally would think of that phrase, a time where a family would come together around the living room table to share and read God's Word, to pray, to worship together, and it's sort of a lost art form, but we want to really encourage you to do that if you're not, and in fact, in the weeks to come, we want to help show you how to do that. But we also love the homophone of Family Altar, A-L-T-E-R, of thinking about making a slight change, a tiny adjustment throughout the course of the week that could really change your home. In fact, that's sort of the tagline for this entire video series, Small Alterations for Home Transformation. I know this about you if you're like me, that you wish you had the time to read every book, to listen to every podcast, to attend every conference on marriage and the family that you possibly could get your hands on. But in reality, everybody's busy. Everybody's got a lot of stuff on. And so what this is planning, these sort of bite-sized video, is something that you can watch in the car line, on a break at work or in your home, and just have a specific couple little application points that you can do this week, some small alterations that can radically change your home. We really do believe that what we can do is help equip you prayerfully and by sharing God's Word with you, that you can make those alterations and see a dramatic change in your home. We believe in what the verse says, the last verse of the Old Testament, Malachi chapter 4, verse 6. It talked about when Christ would come and how that He would turn the hearts of the fathers back to their children and the hearts of their children back to their fathers. And we believe that families in our culture are going in different directions and fleeing away from each other. And we want to sort of reverse that trend and have Jesus to be the centerpiece of our homes, and to see parents and children come back together to focus and depend upon God and to rely and encourage one another. And we really believe that can happen. And so these weekly teachings are going to help, and we're going to be talking about all types of different issues and all types of different family situations. For those of you that are married, we want to give you some marriage tips. For those of you that are divorced and dealing with ex-spouse or loneliness, we're going to address that in a few weeks. And parenting, we're going to talk about discipline and media safeguards. And for those of you that are desiring a child and haven't been able to yet, we want to help address that too with biblical wisdom. And so in the weeks to come, we want to help address all these issues and continue to go down to equip you with what God's Word says about your home. Now this week, just in the remaining moments that I've got, I want to sort of just give you a brief thing to think about this week, and that's how to change your home. And you may be thinking, man, there's a lot of things that I would do if I could change my home right now. In fact, if I just had the time to talk to you face to face and say, tell me one thing that if you could snap your fingers right now, and that you would just go back to your house today and it changed, what would it be? And for some of you, you knew the answer right away as soon as I asked that question. It could be a specific person you want to point your finger to, or a specific situation or a specific circumstance. But I always wonder in my life when I'm coming in and I'm getting off work and I'm driving up the driveway, I'm thinking maybe today, just everybody in the home is going to say, man, we are all here for you, Dad. Like, what can we do to meet your needs? And yet, while I'm tired and exhausted, one of the saddest things right now that I see in our culture is that the people who deserve our absolute best oftentimes get our leftovers. And as we are dragging into the house and we're just sort of worn out, and I pray as I'm driving home, as I want to say Philippians 2, 3, and 4 says, do nothing from selfishness or empty conceit, but with humility of mind regard one another as more important than yourselves. Don't merely look out for your own personal interest, but also for the interest of others. And so for today, you may be thinking, well, if this would just change in my home, everything would be better. Well, what if I were to ask somebody else in your home? Would they say that maybe the problem is you? Maybe it was your words, your actions, or something that you're doing. Would they say, no, if I could just snap my fingers and change you, like that would make our home better? And so it really reminds me of the need for me to always say this, that my family cannot change if I stay the same. My family cannot change if I stay the same. You want to see a revolution happen in your home? You want to see your family united and to be full of love and godliness? Well, maybe it's time is to start with us right here and think about us. In fact, you may be saying, yeah, it'd be easy if so-and-so would just happen or if this situation would change, but in reality, it may not. Romans 12:18 gives us a great example of how we should live. It says, if possible, so far as it depends on you, live at peace with everyone. And you say, yeah, but I need them. And the passage says, no. It doesn't matter what they do, but in your area that you can control, you do what you can to live at peace with everyone. today I challenge you as this video concludes to pray and say, Lord, is there an area that I need to change with people in my family, in my home? Is there something that I can do to radically change and not, regardless of what they do, what can I do to change? I pray that you would just take some moment and just say, Lord, show me what that area is that I can make a small alteration for home transformation. Hope to see you again next week as we share this next video and pray that God would do an amazing thing in your home this week.